What's up, everybody? This is King Fox, and you are watching Bleu magazine.
Becoming like the new cast member of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, has that like played, like, did your routine switch up, like, or are you always in the studio?
Oh my God, it switched a lot because this is such a commitment. I'm so used to moving around doing what I want to do. I run my own situation, my own tight ship. But now I have another obligation where I have to be committed to Atlanta for a while we're still taping as we speak. So it takes a lot of my time. I had to move dates around and kind of just be just there filming and in the studio. So that's really what I've been doing. I have been working on my mixtape and my EP at the same time. So I'm trying to get all of that in. And it's really not downtime, but I'm used to traveling a lot, doing photo shoots here and doing tours and all that type of stuff. But right now, while I was filming, I focused on my brand, focused on when the show come out, what I'm going to be releasing, how I want to be perceived, and make sure that I use this platform to the utmost. Yeah.
How did that process come about? Did you reach out to Love and Hip Hop, or just kind of like? No,
production reached out to me. Yeah, they had reached out to me last year, but one thing led to another, and it wasn't a good fit at the time. So this year they were like, you know what, Tiffany, I think this is going to be a great cast and would love for you to be a part of it. So, yeah.
So everything just falls on your lap.
You know what? I'm going to say this. I have been doing music for a while. The ball is just now starting to roll, believe it or not. A lot of people think I'm like this overnight situation. Like, where did she come from? But I changed my hair a lot. I used to be in a group. I used to be signed to suit. I've been grinding for a minute, and it's just, God is just aligning the stars for everything to look perfect. But it's been a journey.
So are you, like, describe the feeling of, like, how you're taking all the, like, exposure now? Like, do you think it, like, came soon, like sooner than you thought, or like were you patiently waiting for this moment to happen?
I mean, I'm still humbled. I really don't feel like it's been this overwhelming thing yet. I don't want to get caught up in the hype. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like, yeah, everybody loves me. But I understand, too, that everybody could have a bad day and may not like what I do on this day, or, I don't know. I really just embrace and take it day by day. But I did have a career before I got on Love and Hip Hop, so I'm used to the tricks and turns of social media, of the business, of the climate, and the temperature of music, how I go up and down. It's just a never-ending, spontaneous situation. So I can't really never say, oh, I'm just so overwhelmed with the love, or I'm so overwhelmed with the hate. I'm just trying to stay right here and just deal with it.
So what can we expect for this season? Is there any, like, situations that you felt uncomfortable, or like,
what can you expect?
If so, how did you handle it?
What you can expect is that I'm from St. Louis. Okay.
Yes.
So growing up in St. Louis is a natural, challenging environment, especially like with the Mike Brown things that you see that's going on right there. This is what we're used to. So I've been on the defense all my life, being in such a hateful, miserable territory. You know what I'm saying? Not really having that free headspace to just be creative and positive. There's not a lot of positivity going on like that. So coming from that, I'm built for Love and Hip Hop ATL. So it's one of them things where, I know how to be a chameleon. If it's a nice environment, I'm going to be nice. If you turn up, I'm going to turn up. So you're going to see, different aspects of it.
I hope we're going to see you in the studio.
You're definitely going to see me in the studio. That was my main concern.
Okay.
To make sure that my music is pushed to the forefront. I'm not trying to be on here tripping, just to make a name for myself. No, I could do that on my own, but at the same time, you're on a cast with a lot of aggressive, dominant people, and women, you know how we are. So it's one of them things where you just never know what'll happen if you put some drinks and a lot of women who don't know each other in the same environment. But at the same time, my whole situation And what I love about this platform is that I control my actions. I control what I want to expose, and my music is my number one priority. You will see that.
Yeah. Back in 2012, you signed to Lil' Kim and Still In. How did that opportunity present itself?
She came to St. Louis, and when she came to St. Louis, she was looking for a studio, and they called me about it, and I just thought, being a fan, I get to meet her and said, yeah, I'll come find her, studio. So I lit out the red carpet for her, got her a Maybach, had a chef cook for her, went to the best studio ever. And, from that point on, we just built a rapport, and the rest is pretty much history.
So that day that you picked her up, chauffeured her, and everything, did you play any of your music for her?
No, it was just to meet her. I wasn't trying to overwhelm her with my music. Didn't think she had the time of day for that. I started opening up for her, and like when she would come to St. Louis or whatnot. And then in Atlanta, I moved to Atlanta, and her brother, we was over at her brother's friend's house. I forgot who house we were at, but I was letting her Yellow Tape at the time, my first solo mixtape. And they were just playing it in the studio because some producers were there, and I wanted some beats from them. And Kim just kind of walked in to ask her brother a question. She was, wait a minute, who is that? Who is this rapping? And I said, that's me. She was, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is. She was, Tiffany, no. I'm like, I've been opening up for this girl. Did she not, but she sat down for like an hour and a half and listened to everything. And she was like, you are really talented. You are really raw and could go. Like, I want to get on Twisted. I want to get on the song you did called Jay-Z. And I'm just thinking she's talking. And before I knew, we shot videos for both of them, and the rest, kind of plays out.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So, how long did it take for her to actually say, you know what, I want to sign you? Like, throughout this process of
the process was
up.
She came in, she listened to the music, said, I want to sign you. Yeah,
it
went like that.
That doesn't happen to most
No, it
people.
went like that. Yeah.
So since then, like, from working with her, did, like, your chemistry switch? Like, did you feel any pressure, like, from the mixtapes on forward?
Of course I would feel pressure being with Kim, but she always gives me such a boost of confidence that it, that kind of went out the window. She definitely always lets me know that, I signed you for a reason. You got it. Don't even trip. You got this. She don't need to babysit. She got, I love that about you. So yeah, I just always like to make sure that she loves what I do, but at the same time, she signed me because she loves what I do.
So yeah, full control.
Yes, full control. Yeah.
That's definitely good. Who have you worked with, like, outside of Lil' Kim, like, who's been, like, a great mentor for you, or, like, someone that you had a collaboration with that, like, just
to this day,
shocked
Snoop is definitely, like, a major supporter of mine. He's the best. He always gives me great advice and just always be like, Tiffany, I just root for you and you don't even know it. And I appreciate that. I've worked with some of the greats. I've worked with Akon, I've worked with Nelly, I've worked with Jim Jones.
For so long.
Ace Hood, I've worked with him. I've worked with Pusha T. I've worked with Young Thug. I like to work with talented, to be honest, men, because it's such a male-dominated industry that I feel like for female, our talent gets showcased more when you just show that you can ride with and rock with the best of them. So I don't want to be known for, I'm Tiffany Foxx and I got a big booty and this. No, I want to be with them niggas that can spit. And you see that, so that's.
Are you against working with female rappers?
Not at all, no. I'm never against working with female MCs, but I would say they're very territorial. They, it's unfortunate, but it's a lot of cattiness with that. I try to embrace who embraces me, kind of, that's it.
So you just released a single.
Stars Tonight. It's on iTunes right now.
Go get that.
Go get that. Please, go get it right now. But I've gotten such an overwhelming response. Even with Love and Hip Hop, they got behind the record. They was like, this is it. This is the hit. And I was saving it for a later project, so they heard it, they wanted it. And everybody is falling in love with Stars Tonight.
So later project, is there something coming out this year?
Yes, my like I said, my mixtape is coming out and my EP is coming out this year. King Fox Extra Clip.
Extra clip.
Extra clip on them hats. Yeah, that's gonna be out late spring, early summer. So yeah, that's gonna be out.
Perfect time of summer.
Yes.
People ready to ride.
Ride to it.
So, anything else other than music, and what else you have going for yourself? Business, you
I'm
said?
just really happy, and my personal life, I'm in love, and I'm just so excited about this show and where God is about to take me with both of them. So just make sure you follow me on this journey at Tiffany Foxx with 2 X's, Instagram and my Twitter.
We will.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure, sis.
Cool.